Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today, we're going to revisit one of the most intense moments in the Harry Potter story. Hogwarts didn't have many peaceful moments with Dolores Umbridge around, and neither did we, who followed the saga, ever feel calm watching or reading the injustices she committed. One in particular was especially painful to read. This scene appears only in the book Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and it involves Hagrid and Professor Minerva McGonagall. But before we get there, let's understand what was happening at Hogwarts at that time. After Dumbledore left the school, in that unforgettable scene where he, in full Dumbledore fashion, disarmed the Minister Umbridge and the Aurors who tried to arrest him, Hogwarts found itself with a new headmistress. It all began when Umbridge discovered the existence of Dumbledore's army, and the Ministry accused him of building a student army. With Dumbledore gone, Umbridge took charge. But her days were far from peaceful. The Weasley twins made sure to turn her life into complete chaos. And they did it effortlessly. After several pranks and disruptions, they decided to leave the school in the most unforgettable way possible, flying off on their brooms before Umbridge could punish them. Before leaving, they asked Peeves to continue their work of tormenting her, and he accepted with great enthusiasm. Their escape inspired many students, who started competing for the title of Hogwarts' next great troublemakers. Meanwhile, no staff member, except for Filch, seemed willing to help Umbridge deal with the chaos that had taken over the school. But there was one person in particular she wanted gone: Hagrid. Ever since he had returned from his mission to contact the Giants, Umbridge had been looking for an opportunity to get rid of him. That chance came one night, when the fifth years were taking their astronomy practical, part of their OWL exams. The exam took place at 11 o'clock at night, up on the astronomy tower. It was a calm, quiet night. Harry, Ron and Hermione were focused, looking at the sky through their telescopes until Harry noticed movement on the castle grounds. Adjusting his telescope, he looked down and saw 6 elongated shadows moving across the grass. Leading the group, unmistakably, was Dolores Umbridge. He listened closely for any sound, and soon heard a distant thud, followed by the muffled barking of a large dog. Harry lifted his head and saw lights shining through the windows of Hagrid's cabin. The door opened and the 6 figures went inside, and then it shut again. Silence. But not for long. A roar echoed across the grounds and reached the tower. Several students around Harry abandoned their telescopes to look down. The examiner tried to make them focus again, but it was useless. A loud bang rang out. The door of Hagrid's hut burst open. In the light spilling from inside, they saw Hagrid, huge and furious, roaring and swinging his fists, surrounded by 6 wizards. Red streaks of light, stunning spells, shot through the air, but they seemed to bounce off him. He was still standing, still fighting. From above, Harry could hear the shouts, "Be reasonable, Hagrid," and Hagrid roared back, "Reasonable, my foot. You're not taking me, Dawlish." Harry could see the tiny outline of Fang trying to defend Hagrid, leaping at the wizards surrounding him until a stunning spell hit him and he fell to the ground. Hagrid gave a howl of fury, lifted the culprit bodily from the ground and threw him aside. Then a figure came running toward the cabin. It was McGonagall. "How dare you!" she shouted. "Leave him alone." "Alone, I say. On what grounds are you attacking him? He has done nothing to warrant such—" But before she could reach Hagrid, 4 stunning spells hit her at once. For a brief moment she seemed almost luminous, outlined by the eerie red light, before being lifted off her feet and crashing hard onto the ground, motionless. "Cowards!" Hagrid bellowed, his voice echoing across the grounds. "Ruddy cowards! Have some of that, and that!" Lights flickered on all over the castle. Hagrid knocked out 2 more attackers, and looked down at Fang's limp body. Gently, he lifted the dog and slung him over his shoulders. "Get him!" Umbridge shouted, but the only remaining wizard looked terrified to face Hagrid's fists. He backed away so fast that he tripped over one of his unconscious colleagues and fell over. Hagrid then turned and began to run. fangs still hanging from his shoulders. Umbridge fired one last spell after him, but missed, and he disappeared into the darkness toward the gates of Hogwarts. It was a heartbreaking scene to read. A completely cowardly and unjust attack. Hagrid only withstood it thanks to his giant blood, which made him more resistant to stunning spells. McGonagall, older and struck by 4 spells at once, had to be hospitalized at St. Mungo's. She was carried back to the castle unconscious before being transferred there for treatment. Perhaps this is one of the scenes we might finally get to see in the upcoming Harry Potter series on HBO Max. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and follow the channel. See you next time.